Legion Lost #2, written by Fabian Nicieza, art by Pete Woods. Left off last issue with their time machine being destroyed, their villain exploding, and a pathogen being released, infecting everything. So, downer issue. We pick up, it's about 3 days later, and there is a memorial for people who died in a hospital explosion. The one where the villain was at the beginning of the last issue. Legion is there. They're keeping an eye out. They have their eyes on one guy whose eyes are glowing red, which is kind of a bad sign. The entire issue's point of view is from Wildfire, aka dude who's energy in a suit. The wolf guy, I'm trying their names. I'm genuinely trying. It's not working out. Bryn, I think his name is. He stops the guy and he's like, hey, you look a lot like the doctor who we're having this memorial for. In fact, I would say you could even be his twin. And then, he lets down the acting. He's like, you should come with me because we need to deal with you. He freaks out, lets off an energy explosion. Some people with passerbys have their phones, and they record the interaction between the doctor and, his name is Doc Scanlon, by the way, and Lone Wolf. But as soon as they get a picture of any of the Legion members, they just straight up vaporize their phones because there can't be any record of them being here in the past because that could mess with time, despite the fact that, I don't know, whatever. So they're like, all right, we have to see if anyone's been infected by the pathogen. This is what the pathogen is, by the way. It turns people... I'll just skip ahead to the end here. It was made by Alistar. He lost his sister due to some war, and as such, he went a little bit crazy and made this virus that infects and bonds people with alien DNA, so they get random other alien powers, and Doc Scanlon became a living ball of energy who's just trying to keep a human form. They give chase to him. Wildfire can really relate because it's literally his exact thing, and he's like, oh, I can help you. I can help you understand how to control this. But he unleashes this huge energy blast on him, and Scanlon unleashes a huge energy blast and dissipates, and essentially we have to wait for his energy to recoalesce. They're trying to keep some sort of telepathic link on everybody, trying to look to see, okay, can we find Alistar? Can we find our previous team members that also died in the explosion? But they're not picking up anything because there's just so much going on around them, especially with the virus coming out. We cut to Dawnstar. She's flying above everything. I guess that it's really polluted on Earth, and it's getting to her and getting in the way of her abilities. I'm still a little unclear on her abilities, but Wildfire comes up and is like, hey, I got a little bit of his energy on my glove. Can you take it and get a reading and find him? And Dawnstar's like, yeah, of course I can. I'm freaking Dawnstar. They find him. He's reassumed human form back at his house, and they're like, look, we're going to give you the whole talk. We're going to tell you everything. We're from the future. Whole backstory about the virus, and it's here, and we're stuck here, and you have it, and you're bonded with an alien thing. And the doctor's like, okay, all right, well, is this virus an epidemic? Is it a pandemic? What's going on? It's like, no, it's pretty contained right now, but, it's designed to create a pandemic level of things. He's like, you're really cool about this, Dr. Scanlon. Why are you so calm and collected about this? He's like, well, you just said that I'm an alien, and I've been sitting here trying to keep my human intact, which I think is working against me. So I'm just going to lean all in on the alien thing. And Wildfire's like, no, that's a bad idea. If you lose your sense of self... And then a nuke basically goes off. His entire house explodes. The Legion's like, why are we always in the middle of these explosions in our telekinetic bubble that protects us? But Scanlon's just flying above them. He's like, this is incredible. So much power. And Wildfire's like, hey, look, I can help you. You gotta keep your humanity in track. Because yes, this sucks, but you can't just give up your humanity. And he's like, oh yeah, watch this. And basically, he gives off too much energy. It gets absorbed into Wildfire, and he just disappears, like true death. Like he's not coming back. He's gone, and he's just dissipated into the world. And it's all really a story for Wildfire of like, am I just trying to prove that I'm still human? Am I really human underneath all this, or am I really just energy that's dying to be escaped? And then we get a cut to Detroit Lakes, Minnesota, where there's something crawling out of a swamp. That's our hook. I did a bad job explaining it because I'm still just so lost on the characters, and they don't do anything to help me inform any of them. Like, this one was focused on Wildfire, and it gave me more onto his insight. So I know who Wildfire is now, but there's 7 of them, and I don't know the other ones. And I don't know what they want or what they do. I don't even... The leader, what's his name? Tyrock? Maybe? I don't know. I'm still just so confused by that stuff. And it's not doing anything to help alleviate that. Art-wise, it's fine. I didn't have any problems throughout. It all looks fine. Honestly, I think the weakest part of this is that it seems to want to give more of a central focus on the lone wolf guy, Bryn. Timberwolf. It wants to give more of a focus on him, and he's kind of coming off as like the Wolverine of the group, but he's just kind of uninteresting. Like, a lot less interesting than everyone else so far. But maybe that's just me. Overall, I'm gonna give this a 6. It's fine. It's okay. It's got its flaws. I really just want them to like really lay into, okay, here's what each member is. Just do that for one issue. Just one issue. And then I won't ask again. But until I manage to stick around with these people long enough that I'm going to remember them month to month, it's going to be lower scores because I can't be bothered to keep it all in mind. So yeah, it's a 6. I hope it gets better.